Hi, my name is Aaliyah, and this is Tiger News. Good job to everyone during this week as we wrap up testing. Congratulations to Alexandra Menchaca for winning the cover contest for YWLA's yearbook. Good luck to our high school TSA team as they compete in regionals next week. The YWLA attendance drive began on February 5th and will end on March 8th. The grade with the highest attendance will win a free jeans day with a dress code appropriate shirt. YWLA Spirit shirts had gone on sale for $4 and $5 on January 30th in the cafeteria. Now on to this week's interview with Mr. Tracy and Amy.
My name is Mr. Childs, and I'm here with
Miss Tracy.
And Miss Chambers.
So, Ms. Tracy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I actually grew up on the East Coast. I'm from New York, and I went to high school there, and then for college, I moved to Pennsylvania. I moved to Texas after that, where I taught for 2 years, and now this is my second year as a school counselor. I actually got married about 7 months ago, so my real name is actually Mrs. Waldy, even though I go by Mrs. Tracy still. And then I have my dog Olive, and she is the sweetest angel baby.
All right, Ms. Chambers, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Unlike Miss Tracy, I am from Fort Worth, Texas, 20 miles, maybe minutes west. Born and raised, educated. I'm a lot older, so I graduated from high school in 1998. Woo, yep, that long ago. I went to college in a small, East Texas, called Jarvis Christian College, now university. I've been in education for now 21 years, and this is my 5th year as a school counselor.
All right, thank you.
I have one son.
Oh.
He's 7.
So, Ms. Chambers, what made you want to become a counselor?
I spent my last 3 years, 4 years in the classroom teaching all boys. And when I discovered that they were coming to talk to me about a lot more than schoolwork, I enjoyed giving them advice and things of that nature, I said, let me pursue something totally different. Got bored as a teacher too, sorry.
All right. Ms. Tracy, what about you? What made you want to be a counselor?
Well, in college, I was actually studying criminal justice, and I took a class that was about kids, and I saw how important it was for kids to get support from people and how far that goes. It's really important for everyone to have someone who supports them. And so that's when I discovered that it wasn't really criminal justice that I wanted to do. I actually wanted to get into the school system because you guys spend so much time at school. So I could be here to support you guys.
Okay. So speaking of support, how do you handle stressful situations?
I think for me, the biggest thing is talking it out. I'll call my sister a lot and just talk her ear off. She's a really good listener. And then if that doesn't work, I also really like to go outside for walks or go for a run.
Okay. What about you, Ms. Chambers?
Like Mr. Racy, I talk to my friends, sisters, my brother. I have a therapist. Just can't afford her right now, but I do have a therapist. And I work out. So that's an excellent release for me.
Okay, awesome. Mm-hmm. So what sort of challenges do you face being a school counselor?
For me, time management, because it just seems like there's always something that needs to be done. But then our main purpose is for our babies. And so we never know when they will need us. So it's always, putting a pause here and doing what we're supposed to be doing, but also knowing that we have that. So that balance thing for me is challenging.
Ms. Tracy, what about you?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. I mean, my favorite part about school counseling is that we wear so many different hats, which means that we do a lot of different things. So for example, one week we could be doing schedules, but the next week we might be talking about like mental health, or we could be on the phone with a parent trying to connect them to different resources. So it's my favorite thing about school counseling, but it's also the most challenging thing. It takes up a lot of time to do all of those things. So it's really about prioritizing.
Okay, so take a minute to think about this one, and I'm going to give you both a few seconds here. What is your favorite memory of being a counselor? Or what is a time that brings you joy? All right, Mr. AC, you got one?
Well, it's hard to narrow it down to one because, like I was saying, there's so much that we do, like so many different things we do. But I was able recently to be able to connect a student to a resource that is going to provide her with 4 free years of college. And she was so, so thankful, and just like hearing the excitement in her voice. So it's things like that, but then it could also be, the day-to-day or something smaller. Like last year, I helped take the kindness crew to the social work hub, and we put together boxes of food for families in need.
Okay, Ms. Chambers?
How do you top that? Okay, so
It was becoming my partner. That was your favorite member.
that is, yeah, it runs neck and neck. So one thing that, and this seems a little selfish. I mean, I was a teacher of the year as a school counselor, like my 3rd year. And so being exposed to other people in the district, because if you know anything about me, I'm kind of a rabbit in a hole. I don't really come out much. So that was a major, I guess, accomplishment. But similar to what Ms. Geraci said, I'm a talker. Being able to connect with students and connect with parents, I would kind of say solve problems because I'm a fixer by nature. So those little things that you can do on any given day are, rewarding and favorite.
Okay, awesome. So, speaking of getting ready for the future and getting college, what do you think is the most important class for a middle schooler transitioning to high school to take?
I'll jump in first. I
Okay.
taught professional communications, which is a speech class. Also, I have high school credit. That's should be required if it's not required. Being able to speak publicly, so any communications class will bring you out of your shell, because it doesn't matter what it is you want to do in life, you will be speaking publicly.
I would say when you're in 7th grade, definitely take project-based research. It will help give you the skills to be able to get into those harder, tougher classes, and push yourself to take an advanced class so that once you're in high school, you can take AP classes, because that's going to set you up for success in college.
Okay, awesome. And then the last thing that we've had all of our other interviewers do is when somebody asks you, or you see a baby and they say, make a funny face, what is your go-to funny face?
Oh.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for taking some time out of your busy schedules, because I know time was a concern, and being here and interviewing with us.
Thanks for having us.
Yay!
Thanks to Mr. Racy and Amy for that interview. Speaking of counselors, here's Ms. Chambers and Mr. Racy's to have a word with you about Counselors Week.
Hi, I'm Miss Geraci.
I'm Ms. Chambers. We'd like to thank you guys, each and every last one of you who thought of us. Your consideration for School Counselor Appreciation Week was awesome. Thank you. Mwah.
Don't forget, if you ever meet us, you can scan the QR code.
That's all for Tigers News. Have a great day.